Now this, President Trump met with the big automakers yesterday. He was in Detroit. Our next guest owns an autonomous car company. He was in the meeting with the president. John Maddox is here, American Center for Mobility, president and CEO thereof. I got an obvious question for you, John. When am I going to be able to walk outside of this studio, stand by the side of 6th Avenue, up comes a car with no driver, I jump in the back and it takes me home? How many years before I get there?
Well, good morning, Stuart. That's hard to say because really there's a number of different types of levels of automation. And so if you're thinking about automation that without a human driver in the vehicle whatsoever in a downtown urban area like Manhattan, that's probably still probably 2 to 3, 5 years away.
Oh, okay. A minimum of 2 years away. Okay, I got that one. How about lesser degrees of automation? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but explain it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's different levels of automation. So and right now there are vehicles where you can take your hands off the wheel and your feet off the pedals, and the vehicle will drive on the highway. And those are available right now in limited numbers, usually on high-end vehicles. We call that level 2 automation. Level 3 automation, your hands off, your feet off, and even your eyes off the road. And that's the one that's still not quite there yet, but it's probably coming in the next 3 to 5 years, along with that level 4 low-speed automation for urban areas. So,
this is where the money is going. This is where the research is going. Obviously, you're in the business. You see this as the future of the automobile, right?
Absolutely. There's no question about it. The fact that it's really the future of our transportation system. We will automate vehicles. We will connect vehicles so they can talk to one another. We will connect vehicles to talk to the roads, to traffic lights. And really, that's where our future transportation system is heading. And not just here in the United States, but every major auto manufacturing country or region is really looking at this technology as a key transformation. And I would say that every major auto OEM is really embracing the technology. They have to, because if they don't, they'll probably be out of business in 20 years.
I find it fascinating, but when push comes to shove, an autonomous car is essentially a shell, which is essentially a computer. And there ain't many jobs in building that shell. The jobs are in fixing the computers that run the shell. So
well,
you're not a job creation machine.
Something of an exaggeration. The vehicle still has to move you physically from point A to point B. It will still be a physical thing. There will still be a lot of activity and a lot of validation that goes into proving that that vehicle can do that safely and efficiently. But you're right. The computing side of it, the smarts of it, the artificial intelligence will become much more critical, and there will be new jobs that are related to programming the vehicles in addition to designing and building the physical vehicle. Well, there will also be new jobs in servicing and operating the vehicles. You can well imagine that if a vehicle does most of its movement, most of its time without a human driver, someone has to be monitoring the condition of that vehicle from afar.
Look, we were just fascinated that the president went to Detroit, met with you, and sees the future, and he's looking at autonomous cars. John, I'm out of time, but that was fascinating. You come back again, please. We'd like to hear more about this. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Okay.